today I am doing a Chatty Get Ready with me while testing this eyeshadow palette. This is the Kat Von D I Am Divine palette. I mentioned this in my Sephora VIP Rouge haul. If you guys haven't seen that yet, it's right there for you. My brows are the ABH Dipbrow in Blonde, I think. Yeah, Blonde. So yeah, made them a little bit more intense because such a colorful palette. Felt like I had to balance it. So I have no idea what I want to do. So I've already gone ahead and primed my eyes. I primed using two of my Tarte Shape Tapes today. I used Fair and Fair Beige. And then I went ahead and set my eyes using the shade here from ABH, which is the shade Blanc. I always doubt myself, and then I'm right, it's Blanc. Out of my go-to 9 shadow palette. You know what, I'm gonna start off with that. I'm gonna do a transition shade with blue. It's been a hot minute. I'm going to take this guy. This is a Morphe M505, and I'm gonna take the shade Waters, which is that light baby blue color. I've seen a lot of looks online where people use this palette in combination with the Pastel Goth palette, which I do own. I did do a review on that when that came out. That was, God, ages ago? 2 years ago? So, I'm in the new apartment. I haven't finished setting up the entire apartment yet. I need a different mirror. So here's a packaging flaw. This has her eyebrows on it, which I get, it's cute. But you can't take them off. Like, this is not part of the protective plastic. So it's kind of hard to see what you're doing, you know? So I'm in the new apartment. I'm still getting everything set up how I want it. Once I have the whole apartment, you know, done and ready to go, I will definitely be doing an apartment tour for you guys. So that'll be coming at some point. This is such a pretty blue color. I'm also planning in the near future to do a how to create colorful eye looks with any palette, like how to go about approaching a colorful eye palette, because I get so many comments on all these colorful eye looks that I do where people are like, oh my gosh, you're so brave to try using this. The yellow eye tutorial in particular, so many people are like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, and I'm always so afraid, and you know, tips on how to do color. So I don't know, if you guys would be interested in something like that, tell me down below, because you guys, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be fun, especially now that we're going into summer, bright colorful looks, because in the fall it gets a little bit darker, you know, so I don't know. So yeah, it's been kind of a hectic month for me. I've just had a lot going on at work. We're going back into a busy season at work. For those of you who didn't see my Chatty Get Ready with me, where I do the Get to Know Me tag, I'll link it above, but I do work a 9-to-5 job, Monday through Friday. I work a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday, and to be honest, I'm usually there more than 9 to 5. We have overtime hours right now, so I'm gonna take this Real Techniques 305 brush, and I'm going to take the shade right here, this blue one. It's called Baltimore, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to pop it in the outer portion, and again, slowly but surely. But yeah, we've got unlimited overtime hours right now, so I'm trying to cram in as much as I can, because with the new apartment I could use some extra cash. So this is not the right brush for this. What was I thinking? I need this ought to work. I'm using the ABH, one of these double-ended ABH brushes. I'm going to go into the shader brush end, and I'm going to maybe it's the blue. This also isn't as deep as it looks in the pan. So yeah, it's just busy, crazy season for us. So I've been trying to log hours at work. I have strictly up until this past week. I hadn't filmed a video until today is May 17th. This video is going up before some others that I've just filmed over the weekend, but I spent the entire weekend filming, and that was the first time in about a month that I had filmed a video, so it was kind of weird to be back to, you know, doing videos again. It's been a while. I had a lot of people also requesting I do more chatty videos, so I'm taking a chance with this. I mean, I guess I might do one like every couple of weeks. I just feel like I don't have that much going on in my life to like update you guys on, you know? Heck, I like this look like this with, if you were to just take the silver color here, that'd be pretty too. But I want to make this as cool as possible. I'm just re-amplifying the light blue out at the outer corners. I'm going to be cleaning all this up in a minute or two with some makeup wipes. Now, obviously, if you wanted to make this way more crazy and blown out, you can. I'm just opting not to. Taking another ABH shader brush. I can't find, I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I can't find my Vermona color swatch thing, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I'm going to take the shade Babs down here. It looks almost white on camera. It's actually like a really pretty like pale gold. I'm gonna take that shade. And that one got all chunky when I picked it up. Weird. I'm gonna put this on the inner. Oh, that's so pretty. Is that even registering on camera? I really hope so. I'm putting this kind of on the inner third of my lid, you know? It's almost lime green when I put it on my lid, but again, that could be it mixing with blue. Not quite sure. Gorgeous. I did post on Monday my review of the Kat Von D 5-year anniversary collection. So if you guys are interested in my thoughts on other Kat Von D products, I will link my review for that up here. So the 10th anniversary collection I will link up here for you guys, and then I will link down below in the description box if I can find how far back it was. I will link the first impressions where I tried out the Pastel Goth palette. And yes, I'm aware that there's still a big gap right here in the middle. I'm going to be going in with the green in a second, or at least that's the plan. This gold is like, I do not know how to describe this. This gold is like chunking up on my brush the second I dip it in, and I'm not even dipping in that hard, but it is doing that, so word of warning. Like, this one's giving me fallout, but I had no issues with the blue, so I don't know, no clue. For those of you who love Addie, because I've had so many people who have commented on all the declutter videos, they're like, oh my god, I love that your cat's here, your cat's so cute. Addie appreciates the comments. Addie is a very attention-seeking boy. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He's sitting on the bed right now listening to me talk to the camera. I have a zip forming right here. I might go in a little bit later with some MAC Fix Plus or something to foil this up a little bit extra. It's not quite foiled enough for my liking. Okay. Now, but Addie actually, so on a sidebar, Addie actually turned 1-year-old yesterday. He's officially a year old. My baby boy is growing up. So I just want to point something out in the palette. The blue kicked, oh, maybe it's not registering on camera. The blue is kicked up all around the pan. The gold didn't, but the gold was flaking off. So I don't know, mattes versus metallics. We'll see if the green does that too. So I'm going to go in with Pink Flamingos here, the green shade. And I'm going to put it in between the two and then blend. Hopefully this doesn't need Fix Plus, and that is so green. I don't know how well these are really registering because I'm still trying to figure out my lighting situation. So y'all are gonna have to bear with me for a while. Might take me a little bit of time to figure out the new arrangement. Oh my god, this is stunning. I love this green. I would wear this all over the lid. Well, you know, on its own, all over the lid. And I'm just kind of patting this over the center and over where the two meet. It's gonna look a little messy for a minute, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that. I'm just kind of going back over, building up the intensity of the green, especially right here in the middle. I'm using a Sephora Precision Shadow Brush, by the way. case you want to know. What I'm really quickly gonna do is I'm going to take my original crease brush that I used the light blue with, and I'm just going to blend the top edge so it's not super harsh. There's no extra product on here, just straight up blending. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of one of these ABH brushes and I'm just going to very gently blend, just like that, just to soften it up. Because here's the thing, this gold I think needs to be applied with Fix Plus or some kind of a setting spray, because it's not like showing up anymore. The green overpowered it, so I'm going to spray. Probably only need one spritz, but I went there. And I'm going to pick up Babs again. Oof. There is me fur on this brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and get the other way where I pick up the shadow first. Ooh. It's like it's globbing weird. I don't know how to describe it. There we go. That's a little bit more blended. Just because we don't want to lose all the vibrancy. It's just kind of a balancing game at this point to try and get all of this where you like it. So that right there is some really gorgeous blue and green eyeshadow. I just, you know, I've said it before. I know why it's in this palette, but the matte blacks, I never reach for them. You know, they're just never really my thing. Whew. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of the shade Feminine Trouble, which is the white. I'm going to take just a shader brush. I'm going to pick some of this up and I'm just going to run it right up under here. Right there. And then taking the other side of the brush to go ahead and blend it downwards. Just to give my brows that little amplified lift. Let's do some mascara, shall we? I'm thinking some double-decker lash today. So yeah, work. What else do I do? Work, I moved. So I really lucked out. Let me tell you guys about moving week. I have moved so many times in my life. You know, my family moved around a lot. I mean, we just moved. It's not like we went to new cities, but you know, I have moved, if we exclude like college moving, you know, I think I've moved 15 times is now the total count. I was prepared. I knew what was coming. I've done this more than enough times, so I knew what was coming. I know how moves work, and I was absolutely terrified this time around because this time I finally hired movers. When I moved into my other apartment, I didn't really have furniture yet, like assembled furniture. I just had my bed. So my family just rented a U-Haul and we moved everything. But since this time around I had, you know, what is it called? Not a PlayStation, entertainment center set up, and I had bookcases, a couch, a bed, dresser, nightstand, desk, all this stuff. I opted to get movers this time, and I was like terrified the whole time this thing was gonna break. I couldn't handle it. This was really clumpy this time around. I don't quite know why. And I've got one lash that, I kid you not, I'm just gonna pull him out. This one dude was just sticking straight up. None of my other lashes do that. All my lashes actually point down. So yeah, I'm gonna really quickly actually add a little bit of roller lash. If I can find my roller lash. Still trying to figure out my filming setup in this apartment though, so guys are gonna have to bear with me while I mess around with some lights and things, but I didn't want to leave y'all hanging without a video, you know. I might wear this makeup to work tomorrow. I really like it. I don't normally wear makeup like this, but on a Friday when my balls have down, I might go ahead and do it. This is so gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my face. I'm gonna prime my face using my Becca First Light priming filter. This thing is easily halfway gone now. I can't believe it. I love this primer. Using 1.5 pumps. Manipulating between my hands. I've been kind of, you know, trying to plan out videos I want to do for my channel. I've mentioned before that I want to do like 15 days of foundation sort of thing. I think I want to call mine Foundation Frenzy. Oh, I'm going with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, FYI. I think I want to call it Foundation Frenzy. I don't know, I like the alliteration. And I don't want to steal 15 days of foundation from Taylor, so, you know, this is the next best thing. I'm just going to go ahead and manipulate this. Why do I always want to say manipulate? I'm obviously concentrating this on the more pore-filled parts of my face. And then just kind of and then I'm taking the side of a clean beauty blender to just kind of press this into the skin. I love that primer. Primer is just, oh, so flawless. Okay, foundation. Ooh, what foundation do I want to use today? I'm gonna go ahead and use the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair. This is uber yellow on me, but to be honest, I don't really care how yellow it is at the moment. So I am actually, I know this is here now, but whatever. I'm actually going to use a brush to apply this and then blend it out with the sponge. So I'm going to take my Sigma F80 flat kabuki and I'm just going to start stippling this all over my face. I still have mixed feelings about this foundation. I tried it in a recent video. If I can figure out which one it is, I'll, you know, link. I want to like it because I love the finish it gives my skin, but I hate the undertone of it. Every foundation feels so yellow, and I need something that's obviously on the more neutrally pinky kind of side, which is kind of hard to find if we're going to be honest when it comes to fair foundations. A lot of them claim to be a pink undertone and they're really more of a neutral, or they're way too pink, you know, like a lot of pink. Like I said, I'm not really buffing, I'm just kind of pressing the foundation in. Ooh, this is looking weird. Maybe this isn't gonna work with this primer. But yeah, I've been very into applying the foundations with a brush lately and then blending it out with the beauty blender, just because I always feel like it looks a little bit more flawless, a little more full coverage. Not that I've been wanting the full coverage look, you know, but I will say with it being allergy season, my redness has definitely kicked up a few levels. That is definitely for sure. It's like it won't cover the redness in the middle of my cheeks no matter what I do, which is kind of frustrating. Take a little bit more. I'm just going to stipple it right here over and over until it covers. And then obviously whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to carry it up and over my cheeks. But yeah, I think I was talking about my Foundation Frenzy, wasn't I, before I got distracted. I really want to do that. I've started pre-filming some of the videos, not all of them. Because kind of similar to how Taylor does it, I don't want to just try them out once and leave it be. I want to do kind of a follow-up video at the end. I might give myself a week in between the final one going up and a follow-up. I don't know exactly. It's going to depend on other videos I'm trying to get up at the same time. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in Fair, not Fair Beige. That'll just be too pink against the yellowy foundation, so we're going to go in with the yellowy foundation. And I'm going to take this concealer in like an actual triangle for once. And then just to balance, I'm going to take a little bit This could be like a festival look. That's what I feel like whenever I see people do their concealer like this. I always think, wow, really? That's a lot of concealer. This is a lot of concealer. This is way more than I normally use. Normally, you guys see I put like a tiny little bit right here and then I just make that work. We are really gonna highlight, apparently. I went there. And I'm obviously trying to not exactly clean up the outer edge of my eyeshadow, but I am trying to, you know, guide it, I guess. I feel like I have 2 moods of makeup. Mood A, I could sit here for 10 hours and do my makeup and just work as hard as I can. I mean, not actually 10 hours. I think the longest I've ever spent doing my makeup, probably an hour and a half maybe. Usually unless I'm talking for a video, I'm usually done in about 30 to 45 minutes, usually, unless I'm doing a really quick, easy, fast. The sponge is ripping. Look at that. Poor little sponge. He's starting to rip all over the place. I'm a little rough with my beauty blenders. What could I say? So lately I've been trying out the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, which is, you know, extremely cool. I just love the packaging on this, but this has kind of been what I've been testing lately. And I wanted to test it. I haven't tested it with a Radiant Luminous foundation, you know. And I've been curious to see if it'll amplify, you know. I think that I did not think this all the way through. And I've got way too many things that I didn't get out and haven't thought through. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to contour using this. This is the Milani Contour and Highlight Cream Liquid Duo. It's just been a favorite lately. I don't have a specific reason why. And I'm going to take the side of my beauty blender, like the actual side of it, and I'm going to use this to blend out the contour. I just like how this is a very good, I like this a lot for a subtle, natural contour rather than something that's very intense and very strong. If I want that in a cream contour, I usually use my Nars stick. I go for the Milani for like very easy, very simple. However, I put a little too much on this side, so there we go. And then I always blend the contour up towards the hairline so that it fades up into there like that. Super easy. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of contour. I really only contour on, like, honestly, for camera. I don't normally contour in real life. Sometimes I will if I'm going for a very dramatic look and I feel like I need to balance my face with what my eyes are doing, but colorful eye looks, I don't feel that way. I feel like that's more with really smoky looks. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. It's a little bit denser than I normally go for, but I'm kind of okay with that. I need to really do my forehead really nicely because my forehead's kind of a freaking mess right now. I've kind of been rotating between this Hourglass powder and trying out the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. I haven't really been reaching for that one a lot lately, especially since I just got this one 2 weeks ago? Week and a half ago? I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna use this guy, the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in 15i. I haven't used this in a while. I've just, every time I do a declutter series, I have a moment of, ooh, I haven't used that in ages, and I'm going in with a Morphe 403, M403, sorry, I should have been more specific. Just going to very lightly bronze. Since this is such a colorful look, I don't want to be too bronze. We'll see, because I haven't figured out what lip color I'm going to go with. I'm thinking nude, but I'm also kind of tempted to do like a corally kind of color. I love this bronzer. I always forget how much I love this bronzer. This was one of the first like bronzers that I bought high-end, like with my own money. I bought it right after I started working at Sephora because I needed at least a full face of makeup that I could you know, when you work at Sephora. I explained this kind of in an old video, but when I worked at Sephora, I'll link that video up there. We could only technically wear makeup that was in store. And not a lot of people really followed that. Ethereal Glow, maybe? Yeah, let's try that. I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. Just going to, you know, I really went into that powder unintentionally. Just a subtle amount of color. I don't want anything too like, ooh, look at the blush, look at the blush. I don't want to scream 1980 in here with this blue eyeshadow, so. Speaking of blue eyeshadow, I had a math teacher. We'll call her Miss T. Miss T was very stuck in the 80s. She was a really great math teacher. I had her for AP Calculus. She wore blue eyeshadow every day. Like bright, vivid blue eyeshadow, but just blue. Nothing else. And every time I see blue eyeshadow, I think of her because that was like the one thing that I went, why are you wearing blue eyeshadow? The 80s are over, hon. Like, no. What do I want for highlight? I think I want to use the Nars Capri highlighter. I've been very obsessed with these Nars highlighters lately, and this one's no exception. Going in with this, where's my Sigma one of these? I'm not quite sure, but I do have a Sigma version of this. This is the Morphe M438. My Sigma one is an F35. Just don't know where it is right now. It's just perfect, and it works wet, dry, anything in between. I just really love this highlight. Like, I can't recommend the Nars highlighters enough, you guys. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. So this is Berlin by Kat Von D, ironically, not to go with this palette, but they actually, the Divine lipstick is nude, but I didn't want to do nude. I've done nude a lot lately, and I want to change it up. So we're gonna do something different. If I hate it, I can always take it off and do a nude. This is the shade Berlin. I think it's reading a lot more red on camera, but it's actually like a bright watermelon pinky kind of color. So yeah, just real quick, set with some Fix Plus. And actually, you know what else I'm gonna do? Because I really want to glow, I am going to spray my highlighter brush. I'm going to apply some more highlight. Because these Nars ones are so gorgeous. This is the same formula that's in my Beau de Plage highlight and bronzer palette. Oh my god, so beautiful. Ooh! And I will never get sick of it. It's just such a great formula, you know? Perfectly created, like no bad things to say. So yeah, what else is there to tell you guys about? So I'm definitely gonna have my foundation frenzy videos going up. I'm thinking probably sometime in the second half of June. Not entirely sure. I threw out in a video that I posted earlier this week that I was interested in doing maybe a 30-day sheet mask challenge, but actually, what I think I want to do is do a 30-day, and this is kind of cheating because I used to kind of do this. I want to do 30 days of doing a Korean skincare routine, which is, you know, they're like 10 or 12 steps depending on your skin and its necessities. So I kind of want to re-go through all my skincare products and do a 30-day, like the whole month of June. I want to do that, and I'm going to try and film every night. I have to figure out how I want to edit that, and it'll probably go up sometime in July, so it's like thinking really far ahead. But I wanted to do that for a really long time, and when I first started my channel, I had a lot of people asking me skincare questions, so I figured it'd be kind of cool. I can do a whole breakdown, do all the research, all that jazz. I've got 2 more weeks before the month's over to get everything together. Plenty of time. I think this is my problem. I like to just sit down and talk after I'm done doing my makeup, but I need to focus when I'm doing my makeup, you know? I love this lip and eye combo. It's growing on me. Obviously you could also use a nude, but I want to be a little bit more extra today. What can I say? I also want you guys to leave down below new launches that are going to be happening soon that you want me to review, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that starts to come out that starts to come out in the summer. Why did that sound wrong? And there's so much of it, and it's hard to just do review. That's why I kind of like to sprinkle them in, and I'd rather put them in like first impressions. So if you guys have specific reviews that you want to see, tell me down below. Obviously I'm gonna be having those foundation ones, and I've kind of already planned out the 15 days of foundations. But you guys can always leave your comments of what ones you would like to see. Maybe you'll luck out and there'll be ones I kind of already picked. What else? Ooh, I'm on the hunt for some good books. So tell me down below your favorite book you've ever read, and a favorite book of all time. Like, you have to read this before you die book. And also the last book you read that you really enjoyed. Just because I'm kind of all over the place with my reading right now, and I'm in my bullet journal. I made a page of what to read. I want to do it, so yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm rambling. So now this video is over. If you guys enjoyed it, thumbs up down below. You know how that works. Also hit the subscribe button while you're down there. And if you don't want to miss any future uploads from me, I do upload 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You should also hit the notification bell, because that's how you're going to know when I'm uploading. Apparently YouTube sucks and doesn't want to tell people when videos get put on channels. So be sure to hit that. And also, like I said, leave the comments down below. But if you guys want to follow me outside of YouTube, my handle is KOBeauty58 on both Twitter and Instagram. I've been very active on Twitter. Instagram, not quite, but Twitter, I've been all over. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm getting back into it. I feel like I missed the Twitter craze when it first started back in, what, high school? It wasn't college, was it? Twitter's older than that. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.